Hello Taurus, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, looking at your connection between you and the person that you are dealing with and are needing to learn the most from right now. We'll be pulling for all three sides of the connection, so we'll look at your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it. The concept being that there are three sides to every story, so we'll be looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level unbiased truth in the middle. This middle section will be looking at what is the deeper purpose of the connection and the best way for you to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. Friendly reminder that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and to leave what does not. On that note, and especially if you are a cross watcher, just know this whole reading can be reversed. If that is the case for you, that is totally fine and totally normal. Again, the point is to take what helps and leave what doesn't. Last thing is that any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or coaching session with me is in the description box below. All right, Taurus, we're going to jump on in. We're going to start with looking at overall energy through oracle cards first. So we're going to look at your side of the connection, their side of the connection, and the energy in between the connection with oracle cards. And then we will dive deeper into the reading with tarot as we progress. But let's first start here, Taurus, with your energy toward the person you are dealing with and are needing to learn the most from right now. Quality time. Money versus love. I feel like you're a little bit conflicted when it comes to how you feel about this person. And it's not that you're conflicted, maybe that's not the right way to put it. It's not that you're conflicted about your feelings toward them, because I do feel like you do have very strong feelings here. And I think that this person checks a lot of your boxes, but I do feel as if there's something here that you're missing or lacking that you're really wanting from this connection and like waiting on. Like that's what I kind of get with this quality time card. Is this energy of kind of waiting for them to come through in some way, or for like certain things to align. And I think that it feels worth it because, again, I do feel like this person checks a lot of your boxes, but I just feel as if there's something about waiting, like waiting for it. I don't know. Okay, let's look at this person's energy toward you. Solitude. Love. Okay. This person does have very genuine feelings for you here with this love card. And I think that it's honestly kind of, because I feel like it's kind of surprising to you almost, like knowing how much that they do really care, because I don't feel like they show it. This solitude card makes me feel, or it gives me this feeling of like they prefer being alone, not like not being in a relationship, but they just prefer distance. They feel more comfortable in this solitude energy, but they crave connection. So that makes things kind of complicated, because I feel like there are times where you might feel as if they're showing up in this kind of love energy where you feel very chosen, very valued in the ways that you want. And then there are times where maybe they show up very withdrawn. And maybe that's what you're missing here, is like some form of consistency or like emotional connection here, availability of some sort. Truth of the connection between Taurus and the person they are dealing with. Drama. Communication. Whoa. With on the bottom here, soulmate recognition. This is interesting because it feels like both people, really feel that this connection is something very important and very special. But it also feels as if this person struggles with allowing love in. I feel like they might have this tendency to push you away. And maybe that's what you're waiting on, is you're waiting on this person to change how they show up. With this communication card here, I feel like there's, like, you guys speak, but I don't know if you really truly communicate. Like, really, talk about how you're feeling, they talk about how they're feeling, both people are able to fully listen. But I do feel as if there is like a very real and genuine connection here. But this drama card, it feels like it's blocking the connection from fully evolving. So I want to dive into this a little bit more and see what like this really represents here. Overall theme of this reading here for you, Taurus, between you and this person. Because to you, there's still something missing. And I feel like it's either consistency, or it's commitment, or it's them showing up for you in the way that you deserve. Whoa. Pride keeps us apart. You don't love me. It's almost like how they show up makes you feel as if they don't care. But they do care. And that's what I said with this love card, is it's like almost would be surprising to you if you knew how much they really did care. But this pride energy, this is kind of the same, I feel like it's kind of carrying the same energy as this drama card. So it's like how they show up keeps the connection in some sort of like distance or separation. I'm not saying there's like a full-blown separation here, but wanting like things to be, wanting the two of you to be closer, or for things to, expand to like a deeper level of commitment, or even if like you've been with them for a while, like just wanting to feel more secure in the relationship. And it feels like this person has this tendency to create a lot of distance, even though that's not what they want. Yeah, like even though that's not what it is that they want. They don't want distance, yet they create it, which makes you think that they don't care. But they do. All right, let's dive into this some more here, Taurus. Let's look at your side of the connection. My table feels all messed up today. Taurus's energy toward the person they are dealing with and are needing to learn the most from right now. Queen of Cups. So you could be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but that's not how I see this. I see this as the energy that you carry in this connection. Because it's like there's this kind, compassionate, like genuine, authentic energy that you bring here. Like I feel like you really care about this person. You really care about this connection. And I think that that's why things are so frustrating for you, is you see like so much good in this person and in the connection, but it just feels like things just seem to not move forward. Like there's just, because you have the Chariot in reverse on the bottom there, like things just seem to stay very stuck. Let's keep going here. The Emperor in reverse. I feel like you feel a little bit out of your depth with this connection. And what I mean by that is I feel like this, like you care so much about this person and about this connection that it kind of sparks some fear around, well, what if this doesn't work out? Or what if they never, change or show up different? Like, will I have missed my opportunity to have what it is that I deserve and desire? And that fear causes you to try to do whatever you can to make the connection work. And I think that might in turn, because this is kind of giving like a little bit of chasing energy. And I don't think it's intentional. I think it's just because you do genuinely care so much. The Six of Pentacles in reverse with the Hangman. And then on the bottom is the Ten of Cups. These two cards fell in my lap. I feel like you are frustrated with how much you're receiving from this connection. Because it does feel like you're giving a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of attention. And yeah, it just feels as if you're not getting back what it is that you do show up with. And I feel like this might be what you're waiting on. And this is where this fear comes from, is this Ten of Cups. I feel like you do, again, it just comes back to like you do have such genuine care for the connection. But like, I feel like you're getting tired of feeling like this person doesn't care. But they do care. That's for sure. I just feel like they struggle with like showing up in it. And again, like this pride, this pride keeps us apart card. So there could be something there. Taurus's side of the connection. The High Priestess. I feel like it's okay with the Two of Cups here. It's like, deep down that this person really cares about you. Like, that. Intuitively. It's like you can feel it. You can feel their energy. You can feel maybe, I don't know, like just beyond the surface. Like you know. But like the way that this person shows up has you doubting all of that. Because it's like, well, if they're showing up like this, they must not really care about me. Or if they're not doing these things, or if they're showing up in this way. And I think that has you feeling really confused about what to do or how to approach things. Because it's like, if deep down they really care, but they're not showing up as it, like which one of those do you believe? And also, even if they do really care, if they're not showing up in alignment with what you deserve, like, is that really fair, right? Like, I feel like you're kind of caught in not really knowing how to think, what to think or how to feel about this, because I feel like there's so much that you're having to like read between the lines almost. And I feel like a big part of that is this person does seem, like I said, like kind of withdrawn and like a little bit closed off, which might make it really hard for you to know like how they actually feel. The Lovers. The way that you feel about this person is it's really wholesome. It's very genuine. It's like you kind of see them as a good match. Like you just want to show up for them, love them, treat them in the way that you feel that they deserve. Like it's very wholesome. It's very genuine. And I think that that's, again, why things feel so frustrating for you, is you feel like you're, giving so much kind, genuine energy to this, and just feeling like you're not, like it's not being appreciated or like reciprocated in a lot of ways, which would be frustrating for anybody. But yeah, this Lover's energy, it's very sweet. The energy that you carry toward this person. Like all you want is for them to be happy. All you want is for them to succeed and experience good things. Like I can really tell in your energy that your intentions in this are very genuine. And it almost feels as if this person is really pushing that away, which is so confusing because they also desire it. The Knight of Wands. You really pour a lot into this connection, into this person. And I think that you do it because it, like I said, it does feel worth it. Like I said it at the very beginning, this person checks a lot of boxes and they're in a lot of ways are like exactly what you're looking for, but there is still something that you feel you're lacking here. And I think a big part of that is maybe their consistency or their, emotional, like some emotional depth that you're wanting here. And I think that to you, it's like, well, yeah, this will be worth it if we could get to a certain place. And you spent a lot of time waiting on that. Okay, I'm going to take these energies. So I think this kind of tells the story. So I'm keeping the High Priestess, the Lovers, and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. It's really just for me so that I can keep track of the messages without overtaking my table with too many cards. Because then it just starts to get really overwhelming. But let's see where this person is at in all of this. Like, what's going on with them? This person's energy toward you, love with solitude. So why do they push you away if at the same time they're craving connection, right? All right. Ooh, right out of the gate. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and then there's the King of Wands, so that's fire sign energy. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Let's get more here. This person struggles with commitment. The Tower. Ooh. The Ten of Pentacles. Okay, this is interesting. They struggle with commitment, and it's not because they don't want to commit to you. Okay, yeah, there it is. Page of Wands in reverse, and then the Ace of Cups. On the bottom is the Three of Swords. It's not, okay. It's not that they don't want to commit to you. Like the fear of commitment or the difficulty with commitment, it doesn't have anything to do with you. It has to do with their, there's this fear of, I don't know if it's being left, like being abandoned or being betrayed. It's a fear of being hurt. And they carry this fear because of, Page of Wands in reverse. This is, inner child stuff. So they've carried this fear with them for a really long time. And that fear, it comes up in any point of like vulnerability or them really letting somebody in. So with the Tower here, it feels like this person has this tendency to almost like ruin things before giving them a chance to fully develop. Like, it's self-sabotage, but it also could just be like starting a fight or, creating distance or acting a certain way just to create distance. It's like, I feel like they have this tendency to almost, it feels a lot like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like people are always going to leave or people always abandon me, and then they act in ways that push other people away to like this point of like leaving. And then they're like, see, everybody always leaves. Like that's kind of the energy that it carries. I don't think this person wants to be like this, but they do carry a lot of unhealed wounding that causes them to react very strongly, especially when they do deeply care about something. And I think that they do very deeply care about this connection. And I feel like they care about it so much that they're afraid to like let it in and give it the opportunity to hurt them. Because especially if they've been hurt in the past and they like didn't care as much, they're like, well, I care about this even more. And they're so afraid of this Three of Swords. They're so afraid of getting hurt, of like you breaking their heart, that it's almost like they're not even giving you the opportunity to not break their heart. It's like there's a lot of kind of projection going on here. I feel like because this person struggles with connection, they have this tendency to really focus on things that they can control. So maybe they like throw themselves into work, or they're really focused on like building wealth or something like that, because it's something that they can control. And I feel like this connection makes them feel very out of control. It makes them feel vulnerable. It makes them feel as if they don't have the ability to, like they can't dictate the outcome, right? They can't dictate what you are and aren't going to do. Now, healthy connections, you shouldn't need to do that, right? There should be a level of trust and a level of vulnerability where you're able to open up and, kind of trust that the other person is going to take care of your heart in a lot of ways. But I don't feel like this person is very good at doing that. So they create this distance between you and them because it's easier for them to stay in control. Because if there's closeness, if there's commitment, if there's, real true vulnerability, they put themselves at risk of getting hurt. And I think that it's really hard because you haven't done anything here to make them think or feel that you are going to hurt them. It's quite the opposite. And I said that from the very beginning. Like, your energy is very genuine and the intentions that you bring are very genuine. It almost feels as if this person struggles to really let you love them, to let you be a part of their life in the way that, really both of you want here. I think that this person does have a lot of healing to do before they're going to be able to very genuinely show up for this in the way that you deserve, and honestly that they deserve too, right? Because I think that that's what's hard is you're trying to be patient and understanding and empathetic. I feel that in your energy. But you also have needs, right? You have desires, you have feelings, you have, there's only so much that you can take, right? If you're watching somebody intentionally create distance or self-sabotage or whatever, there's only so much you can take until you're like, hey, I can't do this anymore. But the thing is, I think that it's important for you to know that your job isn't to heal, fix, or save another person, okay? Everybody has the potential to heal and to become the best version of themselves, but that potential is directly dependent on their willingness to grow and their willingness to be honest about their need for growth. And everybody's different. Some people will, be honest about their need to grow and will do the work, and some people won't. But I just feel like there's also kind of this need to make sure that you are focusing on what is in your power and your control, because if you're pouring yourself into somebody else, and receiving very little in return, eventually your cup's going to run dry. You're not going to have much left to give. And I think that, this person does genuinely care about you. They genuinely care about the connection. But everybody has a capacity, right, to give and receive love in a healthy way. And that capacity is going to be directly dependent on how much they've done the work. And that capacity is going to, affect how they're going to show up. So, somebody can have feelings for you, can care about you, can care about a connection, but not have the capacity to give and receive love in a healthy way because of their wounds or because of their lack of healing or their lack of growth or lack of emotional intelligence or whatever. You have to make sure that you're making decisions for you based on somebody's current capacity instead of holding out for a capacity to change or to deepen, because you might set yourself up for heartbreak when you're starting, to invest in something out of hopes that it's going to change. And I'm not saying that's necessarily what's happening. Again, I believe every person does have the ability to change. But I do feel as if Spirit's trying to draw your attention to understanding this connection in a little bit of a different way, because I think that because you have so much empathy, because we tend to confuse empathy and tolerance. Unconditional love, unconditional empathy does not equal unconditional tolerance, meaning that you can empathize with another person, you can love them regardless, of the things that they do, but that doesn't mean that you are obligated to tolerate behavior or that even that's healthy, because you might find yourself in the role of being an enabler or whatever the case might be, until you kind of reach your limit and your breaking point. So I feel like Spirit's trying to draw you into understanding this connection from a different perspective to help give you a little bit of power here, because I do feel like you feel a little bit powerless just because I think that you feel you're doing everything that you can and it just feels like it's not enough. But I don't feel like it has much to do with you. I feel like it's where they're at and in their journey and their emotional growth and healing and things of that nature. And we can't take that personally, right? It doesn't have anything to do with us. But I'm going to hop on over to the extended. We're going to dive deeper into this. You have drama with soulmate recognition. So we're going to look at the deeper purpose of the connection and the best way for you to move forward in alignment with your higher self. So pulling some tangible advice, but looking also at the truth and the purpose of the connection for you. Any information on that extended is in the description box below. Thank you so much, as always, Taurus, for your support of me as a reader. I obviously hope that this helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today, and I'm wishing you nothing but love love and healing and all of the wonderful things you deserve and desire on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Taurus.